And Dean Mobbs is recovering from injury, and also their state squad player in Michael Wright. For Norwood today, out of their 20, Greg Turnbull, who was injured on Wednesday night, and Dean Renfrey, and coming into their side today, Jim Chill, Simmons and Neagle. A good crowd at Norwood, 9,432. As I said previously, a very important game, because if Norwood could beat Central District today, they'd put a big gap between the fifth side and also the sixth side. There'd be a three-game gap. And also, if they could win today, they'd maintain a hope of finishing in the top three. And for Central District, a win was absolutely important. We pick up today's game 12 minutes into the second quarter. Your commentators, Peter Marker and Ian Day.
Hart has taken Norsworthy's place. Fortunately, they've got a small man on the interchange bench who can easily row. Moore had one hand held, the other one got it down to Lachlan. Step into the half-forward line. Floats one in, good mark, Rocky Roberts. Too far out to score. Simmons went past, but Roberts is going to kick in long on the lead. Is Hine, he could get this one. Well dispatched, Rocky Roberts. Well led Hine. And the giant Norwood full forward has the ball about 40 metres out, but once more he's going to have to plough through that very heavy turf to kick it goal. Still not an easy kick. Moore's in trouble too. He's going towards the line, seeking medical attention, but the eyes of the Norwood camp on Hine. The kick won't make the distance. Oh, I think it might have bounced through. Oh, what an incredible goal. It was an awful kick. The three players went to meet it and played it over their heads and bounced through for an important goal to the legs. They trail 4-2 to Central 5-4.
The ball to Hine was beautifully put by Roberts. He saw Hine on the move and he put in a long ball that, well, it was just what the doctor ordered. Hine's kick was a floater. It beat everybody. Norwood got a breather. 4-2. The Dogs 5-4.
Cousins replaced Moore, has the ball, tried to get it successfully, as it turns out, to Gillies to the half-forward line. Hard in the action, Stemper over the top. Oh, indecision. The two Norwood players, Stemper and Lachlan, and they still can't get it clear. Hart goes in, he's grabbed. Lachlan fighting with that player for the ball, and the umpire will come in and bounce half-forward right flank. Low-scoring game. Conditions not easy. Central 5-4, Norwood 4-2.
Bubner over the top. Greg Thomas. Didn't have a look. Mobbs again. Controlling the centre. A long ball to full forward. Michael Wright is behind Winter. Punches away. Wilbur Wilson recovers first. Beautifully done to Van Dommel. Short. Lines them up. He's got it. A good goal to the Dogs. The first of Van Dommel. 6-4 now, leading Norwood 4-2.
Such is the magic of Wilbur Wilson behind the pack. He trapped the ball beautifully. He looked as though that he was completely snookered, nowhere to go, and that handball went out like a flash. Pinpointed Van Dommel, full face at goal. He was only 20 metres out, didn't let his teammate down. Goal number 6 on the board for Centrals, and they lead by 14 points.
Michael Annie and Cousins once again. Michael Annie got it down this time, but Mobbs is snaring the ball beautifully in the middle. Did he throw that one? No. He was interfered with. Mobbs, the free kick. Kick number 9. What an important player for the Dogs. Oh, it's not a good kick, though. Well, it bounces off Trigg to Gillies. Wright's on the lead, but the handball goes out to Platten. Here's another chance. Wright is short. He's surrounded now. He's in trouble. Gets boot to ball. That gives Wilson a chance. Stemper's fallen over. Wilson couldn't take the mark. Play on calls the umpire. Wright picks it up. Through it goes. I think the umpire's allowed it. Yes, Michael Wright has got his second. 7-4 now, the Dogs. Norwood 4-2.
It looked as though for a moment that Centrals had overdone the handball. When Moore finally got it, he was in tremendous strife, but he got the kick away up in the air. Wilson couldn't really get an effective leap at the ball, but it came down to the ground. Wright quickly recovered, ran into the open goal for his second, and Centrals have got a handy lead on the board. 7-4, they lead to Norwood 4-2.
And the Redlegs need a lift. They need goals. Their forward line is not performing at the moment. Cousins, Michael Annie. Central Districts again will get it out of the middle, this time through Krieg. Mobbs is doing wonderful work for Central Districts, particularly in the centre of the ground. Peter Krieg puts one to centre half forward. Michael Wright coming into the game. Down to Platten it goes. Oh, Central Districts are in with a chance here if it rolls. just offline. Gee, they had two players in the square then that if that ball bounced back, they would have eaten it. Central District 7-5, Norwood 4-2.
The difference is in the roving, Peter. Platten, Norsworthy and the smaller players of Central's getting plenty of touches, but Norwood Rovers can't get into the act much at all. The umpire has pinged Michael Wright. It appears he's gone to full forward. He's pinged him 15 metres for not clearing the square while Winter kicked off. Winter tries again now, kicks long towards the centre wing position. Andrew Ace, who's putting in a quiet one, couldn't mark this one. And the umpire, no, he lets it go. Andrew Ace gets it out this time. Smale from centre wing goes towards Michael Ace. Over his head, Bohm in, dispatches Roberts. Looking for it is Graham. Ace in again for the ball. McIntosh comes out with it, puts it in high towards full forward. Hine, Bytheen with him, destroys the mark quickly onto the boot of Thomas, wobbles one across the face of goal, and it just gets through for a minor score. A point to the legs, who've got very little method in attack at all. 4-3, they trail Central 7-5.
Bytheen doing a pretty good job at fullback. Oh, that's not a good job. It's hardly even a kick for Sanko. Ace recovers well, puts it onto the right boot. Oh, it's going to bounce through this one. That's the magic of Michael Ace. What an incredible goal. A bit of luck involved, but it came off his boot. 5-3 Norwood, Central District 7-5.
Well, they say luck's a fortune, but other people say you make your own luck. But what a shocking kick-off from Bytheen. He stubbed his toe. In fact, he's still having trouble with the ankle. It only went about 20 metres, and Michael A seized his opportunity, got caught on an awkward angle, and brought it back at right angles for a goal.
If a pleasant outing for your family and all their bits and pieces mean somewhat of a squeeze, can. In the new Mitsubishi Express Deluxe, 8 people have room to move in a standard of luxury not found in the traditional family station wagon. Yet Express Deluxe costs about the same. Mitsubishi Express, 8-seater and 8-seater Deluxe, the civilized family wagons that can.
You can rely on Kenmax for the best price on reliable Hoover wash day companions. And with each Hoover 830 fully automatic washer, Kenmax will give a full 3-month supply of Omo, an unbeatable price and a great free offer. You can't lose on Hoover at Kenmax. Check the Kenmax price on Hoover tumble dryers too. You'll always save more at Kenmax. 3 big stores: Hilton, Morford Vale and Modbury.
Hallett's new coach house Trevelyan bricks have an appeal as timeless as time itself. Available in grey, red and beige, the warmth, character and texture of the bricks capture a feel and look that will never date. And those colours are baked in to last forever. Colour coordinated with Hallett Beveled Edge Pavers, new coach house Trevelyan in grey, red and beige. On show now at Hallett's Display Centres, South Road Torrensville and Main North Road Matindi.
G'day. This is an exhibition village where leading builders show off their latest homes.
People flock through here, admiring the latest ideas in interior fashion, furniture, furnishings, and of course, new vinyl's beautiful matte fashion finish on the walls. Doesn't that look great? And it feels just as good, right? And the vinyl in new vinyl means the dirty marks just wash off. New vinyl. It really does give your home a lift. Trust British Paints? Sure can.
A tense struggle here at the parade. The Dogs with their noses just in front, 12-9 to 10-9 as we head into the final quarter. It's a very important one for the Dogs. It could see them out of the 5 for good if they don't win it. Trigg gets them to the half-forward line, coming to meet it, Stemper. Doesn't take it, Adler likewise. Platten can't find it. He's burrowing in for the ball now, try to get it out, but couldn't. Smile over the top, and the umpire will come in and bounce it centre half-forward. A goal to the Dogs right on the siren there, gave them a 2-goal lead. Hook back towards Greg Thomas. He's done well. Well, that kick is not a good one, off the side of his boot, and Michael Ace gets underneath it and takes the mark. Hasn't done the same damage. Oh, Jenkins wasn't watching as the handball went out, but quickly Smale swoops on the ball, drives to the half-forward line, but it's Moore back there who takes the mark. Gets it back towards Krieg. Coming in to help him, however, was Trigg. Krieg gets the kick around. Teal. Adler kicks with the left foot towards the half-forward line. Button is there, one-handed. Brzanko off the fingers. Wobbles one towards Wilbur. Can't quite make it. Fosdyke can't either. Stemper. Ball won't come out, and the umpire will come in and bounce.
Central District 12-9, Norwood 10-9. Mobbs, I think, is back into the centre of the ground. McIntosh is still on him. He did a wonderful job in that third quarter to stop Mobbs. Adler's kick away is not marked. Stephen Bowen runs it on to Mobbs. Mobbs wanted him to keep coming, but finally it went over the line, and I think you'll find that Neville Roberts will be given a free kick. That was against Mobbs. Roberts has been somewhat quiet. Although what he's done extremely well. Lachlan can't mark the ball. Michael Aish tried to get it out, couldn't. Van Dommel into his back. Michael Aish free kick. Kick number 15, Michael Aish. 15 metres as well. He'll go long to give Neil Hine a chance. He's in front. Up he goes. Can't take the mark. Greg Thomas wheels around. Finally gets boot to ball, but it's gone out of bounds. Not on the full. It will be thrown in. And the Dogs still have that 2-goal lead.
I think it was smothered off the boot, Peter. A throw in. Moore against Button. Moore makes front spot, gets the tap down. Graham can't get it clear. Hart to Trigg. He's down in the back pocket at the moment. Loses his footing, and the umpire says throw it back into play. 12-9 to 10-9. 2 minutes into the final quarter. Been pretty close all the way. Norwood are just hanging in there, not playing really good football. Conditions not easy. Button used his weight to dispose of Moore. Moore's experience to the fore there. The umpire finished up with the ball. Could be his first kick for the afternoon. Moore gets 15 metres. He's centre-half back now as Bubner gives him the lead to the half-forward line. That's the way the ball will travel. Jenkins there over the top of that player's head. Jenkins back. Kick number 6 goes to the half-forward line. Button heaves it forward. Lachlan wants to shepherd. He did it well, but Ace can't pick it up, and the ball is out of play. Half-forward right flank.
The Norwood runner onto the ground again. I think he might be going to have a talk to Neil Button for throwing the ball back to the umpire and giving away 15 metres. Down it comes. The kick away from Hart in the centre of the ground. A good mark taken by Adler. Adler kicks to centre half forward. Up high, Lachlan, he's taken off the top of the pack. He's been paid. The interpretation of taking marks today has been somewhat strange, to say the least. You only have to grab the ball today and they'll pay you, but that was a clear mark to Lachlan. And this will be kick number 10. Started in the middle. He was taken out of that position when Mobbs got on top. Mobbs was on top until half-time, and then McIntosh took over for Norwood and did a great job. Lachlan's gone through the centre with that one. His first goal. Norwood now 11-9. The Dogs 12-9.
Yes, Lachlan's been a better player since he got moved from centre. Mobbs had a brilliant first half, but he's died out of the game to a large extent. He has been out injured. Maybe his condition is just a little suspect, but Lachlan a strong mark. Centre half forward, about 45, 50 metres out, a good kick, and it's only one straight kick the difference.
Terry Moore and Jim Michaelani to do battle. Jockeying for positions. Michaelani in front, Moore over the top. Got it away, but the free kick for over the shoulder to go to Michaelani. It's only his third kick. He's done most of his work in ruck. Short, Lachlan. Good work. Lachlan is dealt with. So the umpire thought about a 15-metre then. Roberts on a lead. It comes wide, though, to Thomas. Gillies getting back. Thomas, 2 grabs. Couldn't mark the ball. In comes Michael Ace. Slipped over. Got rid of it. Warhurst. Handballs at 4. That gives Button a chance. He wheels around onto the right boot. He picked out a player, but it was Mobbs. Mobbs got it away to Hart. Hart taking plenty of time, and he goes short to Bytheen.
Bytheen appears to be playing centre half forward now. Hicks ringing the move up towards Michael, right over the top. Fine mark. Beautifully done. He's out at centre half forward at the moment. He's been moved full forward. Has booted 3. 4 should make the distance from here. Kick number 9. He's 6th mark. The kick is on the way, doesn't look good. Off the fingers, I don't think it's scored at all. In the back pocket, it's Stemper chasing the ball there with Platten, and the ball goes out of play in the full forward right pocket. A throw-in about 20 metres around. Wright usually goes for it. No, Bythene will take it on this occasion. Over the top came Teal with strength, gets it clear. Adler, half-back line. The Milky catches him. Thomas will need support. Smile gives it, but drops the football. Back to Thomas again. He's going to get run down from behind. The umpire said play on. Smile tries to barge his way out of the pack, but the umpire will come in and bounce half forward right flank, and the Dogs in attack.
7 minutes into the last quarter, the Dogs lead by a goal. One would anticipate the Dogs are going to be pretty desperate from here on in. Bythene got rid of Michael Annie and in due course gave the free kick away. Started to play on Michael Annie, then goes back. He's going to search for Neil Button. He's going to be outnumbered. Terry Moore from behind couldn't take the mark. Players stack up, the umpire will bounce. A lot of Norwood players look very tired. They've had a few players down on form. Andrew Aish may be carrying an injury, hasn't been in it. Jenkins, apart from that goal in the third quarter, hasn't done a great deal. Button has played at centre-half forward all day. The kick comes out. Stemper, Aish. Aish got rid of Wilson beautifully. Warhurst in front. Good mark. Tom Warhurst plays on immediately. A good kick to full forward. That gives Hine every chance, but from behind it's Bubner who takes a telling mark in defence.
Bubner started at full forward, then went to centre-half forward, playing full back at the moment. Pushes it out towards Hart, well judged, in front of Jenkins. Hart's allowed to play on, no pressure put on him. He'll find Gillies midfield. He in turn can play on if he wants to. A long one in towards full forward. Right again, out in front, too good for Winter. Takes a fine mark, about 35, 40 metres out. Platten makes the break, so does Bythene. But Wright is well within kicking distance. Seems to be holding his back. Came up a little proppy after he took the mark. Should make the distance, although his kicking hasn't been as good as it ought to be. That's a better one. Thumps it towards goal. I think he's hooked it just offline. 1 point only, and these are damaging kicks as far as Central is concerned. Hicks would not be happy. That's a couple of goals that they could have had, which would give them a nice cushion, but at the moment, they lead by only 7 points.
Michael Annie kicks it further afield, centre wing. Michael Aish up. Couldn't mark the ball. Fosdyke's caught. Gets it free. In comes Mobbs. He's caught by McIntosh. The tackle's on. It's now out of bounds. McIntosh not happy. He thinks the elbow was used. The umpire not sufficiently impressed. Terry Moore gets it down. Krieg comes through. Players stack up. There's a free kick that's going to go the way of Keith Thomas. To centre-half forward it goes. Lachlan in front. Can't take the mark. Trigg backs up beautifully. Kicks it back looking for Terry Moore. He's got more height. Couldn't take the mark. Vivian to Krieg. Gillies back to Krieg. He let the ball go. Fosdyke. McIntosh. Smile. He's got Michael Aish if he wants him. Going to play it on with his left boot. Neil Hines, his target. Up high, Graham couldn't take the mark. Through comes Trigg, plays it beautifully to Philip Graham.
Runs it over to Darryl Hart, good football. Calling across. Hart just gets his kick away to the half-forward line. Stemper in quickly, fine mark. Rebounds quickly. Jenkins, Van Dommel once again. Jenkins drops the football. Wilson comes out with it. Bythene can't. Andrew Aish trying to search for the ball. No, I think it's Winter out there. Just trying to pick up who it is. Yes, it's Winter out at centre-half back. Platten gets the handball over. Here's a chance. Hart. Clear as Gillies. 40 metres out. Steadies. Boots towards goal. I think it's Gus going offline again. Till gets back but can't make it. And the ball goes through for another point. And it's Hart who's down, getting up, limping very heavily. 12 goals, 11, 9 to 12, 11.
They've got injuries too, the Dogs. Norwood may come home stronger. Jenkins kicks a long ball to Fosdyke. It was beautifully put. And the umpire's going to pay. Against Mobbs. The handball is on. Or Platten fought beautifully for the ball. Got rid of Aish. Vivian picked it up and gave it to Van Dommel. Central's on the run again. That one searching for Wilbur Wilson. Over the top it goes. Michael Wright's running out of legs. Teal steadies, looks for Andrew Ashaw, up high, Trigg, what a great mark. He was out of position when he leapt for that ball. And there's Darryl Hart, he's in trouble. Kick number 13, Trigg. He'll search for Michael Wright. Bathine in front, no contest, took the mark as easy as you like. He may be within scoring distance, Bathine, and the Dogs certainly need a goal. Ball on the way, offline again, and these are very, very sad misses for the Dogs. They need to sew this game up. 12-12 now, Norwood 11-9.
Kenmax puts Chrysler colour into your life with big savings. Kenmax have just taken a bulk delivery of Chrysler 34cm portable colour TVs. And while they last, they're going out at huge savings. And of course, they're covered by Chrysler's famous 4-year warranty on parts and labour. They're selling fast, so you'll have to hurry. You'll always save more at Kenmax. 3 big stores: Hilton, Morpeth Vale and Modbury.
Is this the way you see gloss painting? Messy rags, terps? It is? Then forget it. British Paints have developed a totally different concept in gloss paint. It's called New Gloss. New Gloss is 100% acrylic enamel, which means you get all the gloss you love, plus brushes and rollers just wash out in water. That's New Gloss. Brushes on easier, dries in a fraction of the time of a conventional enamel. Makes gloss painting so much easier. Trust British Paints? Sure can.
We built Pioneer and we moved on a rainy day.
Put up some curtains and a brass bed we owned.
Making ourselves at home. We're gonna make it.
Oh, we built Pioneer, now we're finally here. Making ourselves at home.
And we'll make it with Pioneer Homes.
One name gives shelter. One name stands strong. Year after punishing year. Easy Built. Incredible strength that costs no more. Easy Built. King Kong strong carports, garages, verandas, rumpus rooms.
Norsworthy's coming back in. Oh, look, Darryl Hart, he's got real problems. He's being chaired off the ground, and it's Norsworthy who's got a heavily bandaged elbow. He's going to have to come back onto the ground. Doesn't look healthy at all, but the umpire has indicated that Teal has gone over the line. How he saw that, because Teal came over the end of the square. Usually they can pick it up when they line it with the goalpost. Peter Marker, did you pick it up?
Yes, I did, Ian. It was pretty obvious. I think he must have been 6 or 7 feet over. It was amazing. He just kept coming out.
Bad news for the Dogs. And Hart, a throw up, getting in there. Bathine tries to hook it away, can't get it clear. I think he hooked straight into the knee of Jim Teal. The umpire once more will come in and bounce. 10 metres out. Central's doing most of the attacking, but they can't get it through the big white sticks. A bounce down, full forward. Bathine again gets the tap away, back towards Gillies against the tide. Hooked around the corner. He didn't hook it around the corner at all. Booted it straight out into the Norwood stand on the full.
Gillies wouldn't be happy with that one. Norsworthy back on the field. He appeared to sustain a very severe injury to that right elbow, but he's back on. It's good to see. Keith Thomas, good mark. Kick number 11 coming up. Not his normal dominant self, but he's still been pretty useful. Trigg again. He's been superb in the air, Trigg. Played a very good game. A long kick to centre half forward. Wilbur Wilson is there. He's outnumbered though. Stemper playing the ball in front of him. Going to run into trouble now. Mobbs puts him down. A high tackle. The umpire saw that one all right. Having a chat to Mobbs. Short to McIntosh. That's Mobbs' opponent. McIntosh will go long. It's a floater. Winter playing in the forward lines now. It goes further afield to Thomas. He looked for the free kick. It wasn't there. Button picked it up. The kick's on its way. He's got it. Button's got a great goal for Norwood. His second. Norwood now 12-9, trailing the Dogs 12-12.
Well, the legs keep on hanging in there. That was against the trend of play. Well done, young Thomas. He was under pressure, got the handball out quickly, and Button jammed it onto his boot. Gee, the umpire was standing right on the goal post, watching it float over, and it's a goal. And the legs are back within 3 points now, 12-12 to 12-9, and we've got plenty of time, 13 minutes into the final quarter.
Button's onto the ball. Michael Annie's gone to centre half forward. It's the first time Button's contested a centre bounce for Norwood today. In he goes. Beautiful tap down. Gives Thomas a chance. Through centre half forward, the red legs go. Mobbs picks it up. Gives it to Basanko. Quick as you like onto the boot. Van Dommel. Michael Aish. Jenkins. McIntosh. No, that's Keith Thomas. Caught high. Gets the handball away. Button again. Plenty of slow players out there. They're pretty tired. Graham played it on to Platten. Further afield to Terry Moore. Moore's got Bythene, but beautifully done. Warhurst back to Trigg. On to Bythene again. Off the ground he goes to full forward. In front is Teal, playing it in front of him. Players stack up and the umpire will bounce. Norwood trailing by 3 points.
Peter, there's some desperate football out there. A desperate situation, both teams. Norwood want to remain in the five for good, and the Dogs want to be there. But a free kick will go the way of Big Jim Michael Annie, centre half back. Aish gives the lead. That's Andrew Aish towards centre wing. Triggs out there, is pushed underneath the ball. The umpire saw it, and Andrew Aish can't possibly be fit. Kick number 15 to Trigg. Goes to the half-forward line. A lot of pushing and shoving. Comes down to Thomas. Here's a chance for him out in front of McIntosh. Vivian getting back there with him. He's got the pace. Gets a nice set. He's got to get round McIntosh. Does it easily. Oh, the kick away is not all that good. Trigg can't make it. Roberts gives it to Thomas. Oh, he was in a position. He gets a lucky one. A high tackle. Standing flat-footed when he got it. Thomas kicks over, and a free kick against Adler. Mobbs will take it between wing and centre, and that's a handy one for the Dogs. Short, it'll go to Van Dommel. He's clear at centre half forward. Runs it over Gilly. Smile comes to meet that player. Oh, the tackle's high. Gets out the handball. Quickly now, it's Norsworthy, and what's he done? Oh, he's missed from point-blank range. 1 point only. At least 3 misses in this last quarter. Could prove very costly to Centrals indeed.
They're not finishing off their work. They're leading by 4 points. They've had 4 more scoring shots, in fact, than Norwood. Kicking out Jim Teal. He's going to go short, looking for Jenkins. Well put. Gilly's too far behind Jenkins. He'll have to come back. The kick's on the way. Schmal. Oh, Trigg again. What a great job he's done in the air today. Played extremely well. Mark number 7. Almost played it on. The kick is to centre half forward. Michael Wright's in front. Couldn't take the mark. Back it comes. Jenkins again. He's lifted late. Finds Michael Aish. The kick further afield looking for Schmal, but he's going to be swamped by Basanko. Over the line it goes. And at the 17-minute mark, Darryl Hicks is a worried man. 4 points only in front.
He should have been a lot further, Peter, but full marks to the Redlegs. They're hanging in there still. And it's more Button. Button tried to hook it back to McIntosh. He couldn't get it on the half volley. Bazanko searching for it. The umpire will come in and bounce. Centre wing out of sight. 12-13 Centrals, 12-9 Norwood. He might have to throw it up. Button and more. Button takes it, did that well, but can't get the kick away. Aish couldn't either. Well done on the half-back line there by Thomas. The handball away wasn't good. Andrew Aish in. Mobbs likewise. Out he goes. Gets the handball back to Van Dommel, and surely he'll get a free kick this time. Centre wing. Kick number 17 going to the half-forward line. A lot of pushing and shoving there. Andrew Aish, Schmal coming through, Platten over the top. Michael Annie searching for the ball. The umpire letting it go on. Where is it? And finally it's Schmal who's got it, but at that time the umpire calls for a bounce.
The Dogs need to consolidate. But it's desperate here at Norwood Oval. Norwood are coming at Central District with everything. Schmal knocks it over the top. Platten's there. Michael Annie picks up. dummies well onto the left boot, but it's going to go out of bounds. In fact, it's just stayed in. It fooled everybody, including the commentators, and Neil Button gets a free kick for a nudge in the back. Here's a big chance for Norwood. Button goes over with a handball to Keith Thomas. A quick kick is marked by Jamie Thomas from Central District. A good defensive mark. He was in the right spot for the short ball. The centre of the ground, Botheen can't mark the ball. Trigg takes it off hands, gets it out wide to Boehm. Boehm's kick searching for Wilbur Wilson. Makes ground, but that's a costly error. Stemper comes in and picks up from the mistake, goes short. Neville Roberts is there, can't mark. Winter playing up forward now. If he can shovel it out to Roberts, they've got a chance. The tackle's on. Roberts again is nudged in the back and he'll take the free kick. It wasn't a good tackle. Roberts will pass short if he sees anybody move. He's a master of disguise, Neville Roberts. Short he goes. A good mark, Thomas. Loose work, Platten. 15 metres. Kick number 15, Thomas. Platten not happy. Whether the 15 metres was on or not is debatable. Thomas in range. He's got a goal. Norwood have hit the puck now. 13-9 to the Dogs. 12-13.
Introducing the new dimension Sigma. Now bigger with more interior room. Now better with improved handling, sleeker styling, and Australia's most powerful four-cylinder engine, the Astron 2.6. The new dimension Sigma.
G'day. This is an exhibition village where leading builders show off their latest homes.
People flock through here, admiring the latest ideas in interior fashion, furniture, furnishings, and of course, new vinyls, beautiful matte fashion finish on the walls. Doesn't that look great? And it feels just as good, right? And the vinyl in new vinyl means the dirty marks just wash off. New vinyl. It really does give your home a lift. Trust British Paints? Sure can.
Welcome to the wonderful world of unbeatable savings on GE at Kenmax with fantastic prices on this GE Pigeon Pair, the 310-litre automatic cyclic defrost fridge that never needs defrosting, and its perfect matching partner, the 260-litre freezer with convenient slide-out storage baskets and fast freeze compartments. From the wonderful world of General Electric at Kenmax, where you'll always save more. 3 big stores, Hilton, Morford Vale and Modbury.
We built Pioneer and we moved on a rainy day.
Put up some curtains and a brass bed we owned.
Making ourselves at home. Home, we're gonna make it.
Home, we built Pioneer, now we're finally here. Making ourselves at home.
And we'll make it with Pioneer Homes.
Well, the Dogs are going to have to show a lot of character to get back into the game. Richard Cousins is standing on the sidelines. He'd be a useful player. He'll come on shortly. Button got it away again. Vivian left the ball behind. They're making mistakes now, the Dogs. Button picks up. Forward they go again. The ball lands in an open space. Jamie Thomas kicks it forward. 1 point. 13-9 Norwood. Central District. 13-10 Norwood. Central District 12-13.
Bubner at full back gets a lead from Gillies, but he's going over that player's head towards Trigg. He's marked everything in sight, but it's Moore that comes out with the ball. Centrals go forward towards Norsworthy. Whether he can use his arm or not, we'll see now. Smile takes it towards the line and can't keep it in play. Norsworthy left the arena somewhere during the second half, and he looked to be in all sorts of trouble. Barn would be a little bit happier now. Captain Phil Gallagher there with him, still not back from injury. Here's a chance for them to go into attack now. A long kick by Van Dommel in towards full forward. Good mark taken there by right, close to the ground, and this is a very important kick from the Dogs. Daryl Hicks just can't sit still. He's like a bounding bulldog there. Up and down the boundary line. Kick number 11 to right. He's missed a couple from here. The interchange is on with Moore and Cousins. But right from 35 metres out, right in front. The home crowd don't want it. He's missed. Centrals cannot take a trick. 1 point only. 12-14. They trail Norwood 13-10.
22 minutes into the last quarter, and 1982 is on the line for Daryl Hicks and the Bulldogs. Kicking out Jim Teal. A lead from Thomas, but Teal goes down the middle to Sanko. Appealing for a free kick is Van Dommel, and he gets it. Not Van Dommel, it's Norsworthy. You can see the bandaging on that right elbow. A desperate move to bring him back on, but when Hart went off, he had to come on. Right up again, couldn't take the mark. Stemper very close to boundary line. We put it out in front of Teal. Further afield it went for a ball in. 2 points separating these sides. The Dogs must score. Bythane is 21. He got the ball down. Platten couldn't get through the pack. There'll be a bounce down. One can imagine the strain on Daryl Hicks at the moment. But his side's going to have to show a lot of character to get up. Bythane got it back. Central District go forward again. Michael Wright's got the ball in front of him if it sits. He's got a chance to kick a goal now onto the left boot. No, he's not going to get one. Just offline, a point. And there's only 1 point the difference now. The Dogs 12-15, Norwood 13-10.
24 minutes into the final quarter, a cliffhanger. What a game of football. It could be Central's last chance for season 82. They lose this one, they drop 3 games out of the 5+ percentage, and with only, 7 games to go, it's going to make a big task. Till's kick in, Hine in there, and it's a free kick is going to Central's Bythane. The umpire's ruled a push. Bythane at centre half forward. Even a draw's not going to help the Dogs. They've got to win. Bythane going short. Cousins. Good pass, good mark. Well, now Cousins has got the opportunity to do what Michael Wright couldn't. Less than a minute ago, he's 45 metres out. At least he should tie the scores up. No breeze, only his 4th kick. Kick underway, it looks nice. Whether it makes a distance, time will tell. The umpire pilling for a free kick, pilling for marks. What's the result? It's a mark to Teal. Oh, what a mark.
Courageous mark. Adler. Water steadying. We're at full time. 25 minutes have gone. Adler kicks along boundary line. Bythane again. The big pack flies. Button got a hand to it. He's going to be paid. Well, they've paid some strange marks today. There have been some stranger ones than that. Button will slow proceedings down. Warhurst is on his own. Kick number 13, Button. Played most of the day at centre half forward. Short. Warhurst. Out of bounds. Full time here at the parade. The Dogs trail by a point. Button again, he's lifting. Brasenko, Platten, Thomas on the bottom of the pack. And Rick Charlesworth comes in for another bounce.
Wouldn't be much time on, Peter. Centrals haven't kicked a goal this quarter, and Norwood have only kicked 3, so there wouldn't be more than about a minute to go. Cousins can't get a kick away this time, but it's Smile. He'll hold his ground, or Jenkins makes the break. Here's a chance for the red legs, and Les Mobs can cut him off. He takes care of Jenkins. Fosdyke's there, gets clear onto the left foot, in towards the half-forward line, thumped away, but we see a free kick going FAD. What for, I don't know. But whatever Centrals did, it was foolish because it's given a free upfield, and this could win the game for Norwood. Greg Thomas, 45 metres out, right in front, will make the distance okay. 1 point in advance. Kick number 16, he's played well. The kick is going to be home, I think. Cousins, up they go. The umpire says play on, right on the line. They can't get it out. Finally, it's forced through for a point, and that's a handy point. That's 2 points they've got in advance, and I would think less than a minute to play.
Dal Hicks, desperate for a win. He must have a win today. The pack flies. Jenkins late, couldn't mark the ball. Back it goes to Adler. Norwood are running on. Here's a chance for Lachlan. Up high, Bubner can't take the mark. Jamie Thomas onto the left boot. Mobbs can't mark. Cousins plays it over to Krieg. Roberts is in. He's in trouble. Caught holding the ball. Krieg the free kick. Mobbs is down. He doesn't look too good. Krieg into the centre. Bythene behind is Trigg. Jenkins. Adler. Fosdyke. Norwood have got players up near the ball at the moment. They look stronger. Thomas the spoil. Roberts couldn't mark. It's gone out for a ball in. We've had 2.5 minutes of time on it, as Ian Day said. There's not much longer to go.
Throw in on the half-forward line. Norwood by 2 points. Still Darryl Hicks wants a miracle from somewhere. Button lifting his game. Roberts there's the siren. And the Dogs have done it again. They can't win those tight games. Norwood have hung in there all afternoon. Didn't appear as though they could win, but kept on scrambling back into the action all the time and have run out winners 13-11 to Central's 12-15.
2 point margin to Norwood, coming back after half-time when they trailed 9-6 to 6-3 and getting up to win 13-11 to 12-15. Central District kicking 6 points in the final term, Norwood kicking 3-2. McIntosh, Button, Greg Thomas and Hine all getting 2 for Norwood. Michael A, Simmons, Keith Thomas, Jenkins and Lachlan all getting 1. For Central, Wright 4, Platten 3, Gillies 2, Wilson, Van Dobbel and Hart each 1. And after the game, Ian Day spoke to Greg Thomas in the Norwood room.
As a rover, did you feel as though that in the first half you and your counterparts were beaten, taking the ball away from centre, and then in the second half you got on top?
Yeah, it was a funny situation in the centre there. Our guys seemed to be getting their hands to the ball a lot more, but Gillies was reading it to the spot, and he was running around the back and taking it away every time, so he played fairly well in there today.
Dean Mobbs played very well in that first half, then Gary McIntosh went on to him in the second half and beat him, I thought.
Yeah, I agree with that. Mac has played a lot in the centre in the junior grades, and he played very well there today. He goes in half of the ball, good performance.
Greg, looking forward to the finals?
Oh, when Albie comes back, I think he's got my spot, but I'd hope to play there.
Paul, you had to make a lot of moves and struggle very hard before you won.
Yes, they pushed us all the way today. I mean, it was their, not last chance, but it was getting pretty close to their last chance, and we expected something big, and they pushed us all the way.
Norwood couldn't be happy with the performance, though.
No, we struggled, like you said. We struggled all day to get it together, and really it was only in the end with, you know, perseverance that we did get there. And full credit to the guys that they did persevere and right to the end, and well, I don't know, it was 2 points in the end, but that was all we needed.
Peter Bythene, Centrals just can't win those close ones.
No, Peter, you know, we tried hard all day, but when it seems to count, you know, something seems to be lacking in our side. But it's a matter of sort of working at it and trying harder and harder and harder at playing.
Well, you're down, but you're not out. You're 3 games out of the 5. You can still make it. You've got to win games, though. How did it feel at three-quarter time? Because I thought at that stage that you had a very good chance, but I thought that Norwood pulled a couple of good moves. They got on top of his strong spots, particularly Mobbs in the centre. He played well, but McIntosh got on top of him.
Yes, he did to a certain extent, but you know, the way that we were going, you know, we were still going very well. You know, we were still prepared to make it happen. But you know, worked for a certain time during the third quarter and the last quarter, but just couldn't maintain it.
Neil, can you put a finger on this inability to win close ones?
No, obviously if we could define it, then we wouldn't be making whatever that error is so consistently. I think today that every player certainly gave his all, and full credit to the Norwood players, because of course they had to play last Wednesday night, and you know, they showed a lot of courage in that last quarter and kept fighting on.
Neil Bosanko, who's played 196 league games, the majority of them in Melbourne for St Kilda and Essendon. Norwood winning by 2 points, 13-11 to 12-15. After the break, we'll be going to Football Park, the game between South Adelaide and Woodville.